Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a fundamental concept in physics that is called the projectile motion. Whether you are a student preparing for exam or just curious about the physics behind everyday phenomena, this video will give you a solid understanding of what a projectile motion is all about. So let's get started. By definition, we can say that projectile is a form of motion experienced by an object that is projected into the air, okay, and it is influenced only by the force of gravity and its initial velocity. A classic example is throwing a ball. When you throw it, it follows a curved path, which we call a parabolic trajectory. To break it down, let's talk about the key components of a projectile motion. There are two primary factors we need to consider. The first one is horizontal motion, and the second is a vertical motion. Okay, so here you can see I wrote the formula for the horizontal motion and for the vertical components. The horizontal motion, this is the motion parallel to the ground. The key thing to remember is that in the projectile motion, the horizontal velocity remains constant. The Vx will remain constant. Next is the vertical motion, the Vy. This is where the gravity comes into play. Gravity acts downward, causing a vertical acceleration, and because of this, vertical velocity changes over the time. So I'm going to write the formula for both horizontal velocity and the vertical velocity. Next is the vertical motion. This is where the gravity comes into play. Gravity acts downward, causing a vertical acceleration, and because of this, the vertical velocity changes with respect to time. The object slows down as it's going to rise up, and at the maximum point, it's going to be stopped momentarily at its peak position, and then it will accelerate in the downward direction. Let's see some key important equations. The horizontal position as a function of time, we can write x is a function of time is equal to v naught x multiplied by time. Similarly, for the vertical motion, the position is given by y is a function of time is equal to initial velocity in the y direction multiplied by time minus half gt square. We have very important velocity equation in the y direction. We can write vy square is equal to vy naught square minus 2gy minus y naught. You can use this equation to find the maximum height or peak height of the projectile. You can make vy naught is equal to 0 at the maximum height, and then you can calculate the maximum height of the projectile. So wrap it up. Here are the key takeaways from this lecture. The projectile motion is a combination of horizontal and vertical motion. The horizontal velocity remains constant throughout the flight, and the vertical motion is influenced by the velocity, and it's caused the object to accelerate downward direction. I hope understanding these basics will help you to tackle more complex problems in physics and give you a deeper appreciation of how objects move in our world. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.